Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Full Metal Cran Eaters, brought to you by the Joint Task Force Radio Network and sponsored by Mad Viking Beard and Mustache Company. The views and opinions expressed on Full Metal Cran Eaters do not reflect the views and opinions of Mad Viking or Joint Task Force Radio. Someone will be offended at some point during this broadcast because there's always one. You have been warned, so sit back, relax, enjoy, have fun, and interact with us. Yeah!
You are no longer black, or brown, or yellow, or red. You are now green. You are light green or dark green. Do you understand?
It's that full metal cran eating creature in the sand, creeping, keeping every man, woman, child in our land, sleeping peacefully and shatter any enemy they come across. You messing with America, then you must really wanna lost something soft. Is not of pertinence or interest. Gladly sacrifice themselves so you don't have to witness the cost of what your freedom is, and they gain it in inches. So long story short, don't end up on the ship.
It's that full metal cran eaters, 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 full metal cran eaters.
You're easily offended, then you legally should exit. There's no decency on this frequency. Our method is bringing prime time entertainment to the veterans, and those of you who know the truth is what they have protected. Shout out to Tommy Roddick and the baby Jesus, run it up, saving 22 by the day. Homie, buddy up, sit back and relax while the dude speaks some facts. While you're here, have a snack of some
color-coded wax. It's that full metal cran eaters, 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 full metal cran eaters.
Good evening to the one person watching so far.
Hello.
We are very early tonight, just because both Kyle and I are both tired. Work weeks kicked our butts, and yeah, so we're gonna go early. Probably get off early. We don't know. We'll see where the get off.
I always get off early.
We're going to see where the conversation goes. I know I have some things I want to get off my chest, and I know Kyle's got some things he wants to get off his chest. Yeah. So, good evening, Kyle, and your cookie.
Hi, Tom.
Kyle and his
My
cookie.
How about the family pack? Or no, the party size, because the family pack's not big enough.
Dude, I ate a full family-size bag of beef jerky the other day, and I have not gone to the bathroom right since. All that protein.
Yeah, because you ate a whole bag of fucking...
I ate a whole bag of protein. It was like protein load from hell. And the only reason why I had to is because Missy couldn't eat it because of it was teriyaki and it had wheat in the teriyaki sauce. So I took it to work and I munched on it all day. And there I was eating a full bag of protein.
I was going to the bathroom every 15 minutes on the dot. Just
No, actually, it's like kind of stuffed me up.
Yeah,
which is okay. Got an interesting text today or message.
Yeah,
from Mr. Donovan. Apparently, he's going to be working in my area next week, starting on Monday. So
nice.
I'm gonna have to hit him up when he gets off work and
Hell
you know let him come sit down, hang out, whatever, and just chill out so he's not stuck in a hotel room the whole time.
Yeah.
What's going on? That's what my room was.
What's going on?
That's what my room was titled. My broadcast was titled was "What's Going On."
Oh.
I was in there since 6:30. I'm surprised you didn't see it when
I
you
didn't-
turned.
Yeah, I didn't see it whenever I got in there.
I was sitting there. I typed up a letter for Mr. Justin Krishner. He needed a buddy letter, so I was typing that up. There. Speaking of Donovan, he didn't tell me where he's going to be in my area next week, but we'll find out. Where are you going to be, Donovan?
Hey, Donovan, where are you going to be? Why aren't you going to be in my area? Why you always got to go to Tom's area?
So Taint 2 is never going to happen with me. Nope. He's going to be in Carrollton. Okay.
Why not, Tom?
I got an ingrown hair this week.
It's a little too much for you.
It was a little too intense. I mean, I couldn't sit down, dude. It wasn't right. No, you're good, hon. It was like a constant burn between my legs if I sat down. Infected, damn ingrown hair on my taint. It wasn't good. I told you about that.
Tom's like this in the bedroom, like so Missy can like get it out.
Are you gonna stay in Carrollton, Donovan? At what hotel? Let me know. We got to catch some dinner or something next week.
Hang out with Donovan.
Hey, I get to hang out with you next weekend,
Okay, fine.
and
But not Donovan.
I'm coming to Indiana. So
Okay, fine. But you have to bring Donovan too.
I'll kidnap him or something.
My name is Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
But think of all the A&D ointment you can rub on it. Oh.
I don't know, because you start rubbing A&D ointment back on the taint, and then bad shit happens.
Or really good stuff.
Or really good stuff. I don't know. Depends how much you like that kind of thing. Yeah, it's there's my son. What's up, TJ?
Oh, hi, Dad. Oh, your other son.
The oldest, my oldest son, who is now 21.
Damn.
Soon to be 22. A couple months. Yes, I'm old. I hit a milestone this week.
Yeah? What was
on
that?
Monday. 800.
Oh, you did? Yes, I've seen that.
Day 800 of push-ups. They don't matter.
Awesome.
They don't matter.
You don't do nothing. I'm just running. I'm
You know
just
what's
a fucking
kind of funny?
fat old fucking man that doesn't know shit about shit. What's funny? That fat old man doesn't know shit about shit.
Have you seen anything other than Sergeant G out of ERS?
I don't look for it, but no.
I haven't got a
It
notification.
used to pop up.
I haven't got a notification. Nothing. Mr. Pardos has disappeared from the face of the earth, I think.
Hopefully.
Somewhere in Columbus. Ohio.
World favorite. Oh, I mean,
It's not Indiana.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next Friday. Rolling in early.
What time are you coming in Friday?
I gotta find out everything from Lex this week.
Okay.
This weekend. I'll have everything set this weekend.
44 hours a week's good for you.
Yeah. He's I think he started back at McDonald's again. Went
Hell
from
yeah.
the pizza shop back to McDonald's. I want to talk to him here shortly. TJ, I need to talk to you. I have opportunities for you.
Ooh.
Yep. So where do we start? Do I go into my rant or do I let you go first?
I think if you go first, it'll get me fired up enough to make mine even better. So you go first.
All right. I know we try to stay away from politics on this show, but it could be a co-rant because I think it's going to run into each other. I think Kyle's going to get fired up enough after this that
I'm already fired up. I've had a shitty week, so let's go.
I know that I tried to tried to make you feel better yesterday, but I really couldn't. I mean, you were just
There's nothing you could do.
I bet Braxton did though.
It was like I said in my push-up video last night. After I picked him up, after I picked him up, good night.
So anyways, we try not to get into politics, but I have something that is just bugging the shit out of me. All right. Student loan forgiveness. First of all, number one, you chose to go to school as I chose to go to the Marine Corps. Why? I know that there are people out there that could really use this. You know, there's the ones that went to school and they just couldn't make it, but they still have this debt, right? And they're choosing between paying their student loan and putting food on their tables. But there's a but. There should be some kind of catch in there about, okay, you're out of school, you're a doctor and you have a practice, but you still have this debt.
What kind of doctor can't pay their student loans?
Pay that loan back. You're going to make that and more. And more.
And more.
But to that,
you have to be a really shitty doctor to not be able to pay your student loans, or really bad with your finances. One.
That single mom who went to college and just couldn't make it because of circumstances, and she's struggling with that debt. I can see that. You know, she's that single mom who's still working every day, but she's making that choice. Do I pay that loan or put food on the table? I understand that. But
hold on. Before you go any further, I didn't read everything, but I did see, and I don't know if it's true or not, I just seen it is for people that make under $125,000 a year, which would be me.
What we're talking about. Okay.
Right.
I mean,
that's I don't know if it's true. I just saw it. I didn't read the details.
Yes, the loan's less predatory. Yes, I get that. I guess I'm sitting here a little jaded, having a failed business. When with the way inflation has been going, had pushed me out of business, and I feel that this bill is going to even greaten that inflation rate. And
nothing's free.
Nobody.
The money's got to come from somewhere.
I mean, we're paying for the stimulus checks now, really.
Right.
With inflation.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, did it help at the time? Yeah, it helped at the time. I mean, my work slowed down because of COVID. I mean, I was working 3 days a week, 4 days a week. I wasn't getting full hours.
What about people that didn't go to college? We should get a fucking $10,000 cash deposit in my account.
Oh,
for not taking that debt.
Yeah, and to the ones who learned a trade and went and is doing something, welders and people like Donovan who are doing a trade. Mm-hmm. They didn't take out student loan. They went and they learned something. They did something. They learned a blue collar work. We're out here, sweat, dirt, dirty jobs, hot jobs like Kyle and I have, jobs that you wake up and you hate to go to in the morning. You dread it on the way to work, but that's what puts the food on the table. That's why I tried to start my own business, and I have a quality product, and I know my product's not shit and just water and ketchup put them together. Yes, I went there. I don't have all day to sit there.
Sorry.
I don't have all day to sit there on TikTok and sell my barbecue, my shit sauce. I had to go and
Whammo!
And I had to go and I had to knock on doors and I had to, beg stores to put my stuff in there, and then bam, I can't afford to make it anymore. And it wasn't
Yeah.
because of bad management or, it was that I was already selling it at a bare minimum.
Yeah,
I was just
you weren't
barely
in the,
getting
you weren't
by
in the
with it.
business, and you weren't in the business to get rich off of it either.
No, I was in it just to offset,
Right.
just to offset, a few things here and there, and you put that money back, and timing and marketing. It just it didn't happen for me, and I guess I sit here and I go, well, why isn't there small business bailout? We can bail out every other
Wrong president for that.
large business. I know it's wrong president.
I'll go there.
It's a wrong.
I'm not referring to the last one either when I said that.
It's been the wrong regime for a few years for any of that.
Yeah.
Welcome, Marcus, by the way.
Nice.
Got a new watch listener, whatever you want to call,
Viewer.
New viewer there. Thank you. And Biden,
Like,
Corbyn. I mean, yeah, I'm not trying to get too deep into the politics of it, but
right.
Here lately, I've been really trying to bite my tongue on politics. Going back to the Honor Your Pack bill 3 weeks ago, or it was a month ago. They shot it down the first time, and you got Ted Cruz sitting there fist bumping his colleagues about it, and I'm like, you just fucked over how many veterans? How many veterans did you just fuck over? And you turn around and you want to fist bump somebody? I'm sorry that I'm getting on this political rant, but I was so fucking pissed at that point, because I see a lot of these younger veterans come in who were with those burn pits and have those problems, and they can't get it because you don't recognize it yet. So, and doing what's Safe 22, and because he's my brother, we see these problems with the younger veteran. Well, you're one of the younger veterans, but the younger generation coming up. We had different problems. I mean, Camp Lejeune water, but that's a big ambulance chasing case right now, like the 3M plugs. Also, mefequine poisoning. People aren't talking about that. We'll never see a dime out of mefequine. Never. I mean, you can do every class action suit you want to with the government, but you're going to get 10 cents at the end of it because every ambulance chaser has their hand in it. But when you are a politician in an election year of all things, you turn down an act that fucks every young veteran, and you want to turn around on TV, on C-SPAN, on CNN, and fist bump your colleagues because you just turned it down. I have no respect for any politician sitting in Washington, D.C. right now. Yeah. And that was weeks ago.
Yeah. I agree.
I want you to go back and think back and you can Google it and tell me who was the last president that was a veteran. And Bush doesn't count because he was a reservist and only showed up to a quarter of his.
Bush Senior wasn't he?
Mm-mm.
It wasn't? Clinton was in the Air Force, wasn't he?
Reserves, I believe.
I know it's been a while, though.
It goes back.
Hey, Google. Who was the last president that is a veteran?
Bush doesn't count. It's going to bring up Bush.
Yeah.
There were 31 presidents that were veterans. Hold on. I'll go back to 30.
This part of less unfortunate patients that have drawn the proverbial crayon. Yeah, the proverbial crayon in the sand that Brandon. Oh, that's funny. I agree, Daryl. I do think that should be a requirement. I just think there should be a lot more requirements to be a president. That being one of the main ones, but my 2 cents doesn't mean jack shit.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
Daryl. I didn't mean to make your Google go off too.
let's go. Let's go. Combat veteran, because Reagan was a veteran during World War II, but his eyesight kept him from going into combat.
It's probably been.
Jimmy Carter.
Oh, yeah.
He was in the Navy, and then going back, it was Ford who was actually in the who actually seen combat, and John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, John F. Kennedy. Yeah.
John F. Kennedy served on in Guadalcanal, believe it or not, in World War II. He was in the Pacific. He was Army, but he was in the Pacific. Of course, he was an officer, so
Right.
he's Kennedy. So
I think on paper, it sounds great, but that's as far as it goes, because I know nothing is free. The money's got to come from somewhere at some point in time. May not be now, but it's got to be paid somehow. Like, you can't just erase money from somewhere.
mm-mm.
Like, if that was the case, then you know what? Oh, guess what? I'm debt free. I don't owe no more money. No more money. Bill collector calls. Where's my money? Oh, I ain't got to pay that no more. It's gone.
Let me get that magic eraser out.
Yeah.
Let me take a few zeros off the end of that
Yes,
total.
it can definitely help some people that need it, like you said. But those people made the choice to get that debt, and then you're not guaranteed it's going to work. It's going to make money. I don't know.
Marcus, you want to know how you want to know how they could buy votes? It's sitting in the Senate right now.
Mm-hmm.
Legalize marijuana.
You
get America stoned.
On that.
You get America high.
I guarantee you. I've said this since Colorado first legalized it back. When was that? 2012 or something like that.
How do you defuse a highly charged nation right now? Get them high.
I said
seriously.
Since then,
get them high.
If every single state would legalize it, I guarantee you, and use a large percent, not all of it, half of it. Let's say half of it. Use half the money that they get from taxes of that towards the national debt. We wouldn't have a national debt.
Nope. I'm like, seriously.
Because the research is there. The science is there. If you want to talk about the science behind it, there's science behind it. Yeah. It helps people. Just like anything else, if you use it too much or in the wrong setting, it can be used wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But the pills that you're giving everyone in the world, not just veterans, are doing far more harm than weed does or can.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And it's funny because I grew up and that was the devil, man. Like, you didn't even talk about marijuana. Like, that is the worst of the worst. And then now it's just like, holy shit. Like, I've had like really good conversations with people like Sergeant G and some other people. And I've learned, along the way too, it's not any worse than anything else if you don't use it in the wrong way.
I mean, it's like I don't think I've ever been in a fight while I was high.
I might have gotten accused of sitting at the stop sign too long, but
I don't think I've ever gotten a fight while I was high. I don't even remember being in an argument while I was high. Like a serious argument.
A very serious debate, but not an argument.
It was a debate, and at the end, everybody goes, "Yeah, man, that was okay."
Why is the sky blue, man? I don't know. Let's find out.
I get you.
Yeah, for sure.
It's fine.
That kind of plays into like what I want to rant about too, because I had a shitty day. What is today? Today is Thursday. Was it Tuesday?
See, Marcus falls up underneath that fucking honor your pact act. You need to get to your. I got to pull veteran service officer or veteran service commissioner now. Marcus, you need to get down to your local veteran service office and talk about that, because you have one of the preemptives to the honor your pack. So, all right, now you can go. Sorry.
I went out to eat with my friend the other night on Tuesday, and I found out, well, my roommate told me too, because he works at Toyota. They just got rid of their quarterly incentive and gave everyone a $2.25 raise across the board. Awesome. That's great. Congratulations. They need that.
Mm-hmm.
So then conversation continued, and they were like, they changed all their raises. It used to top out at 5 years. Now you get one every year to 4 years, and then one at 10 years. So I would be there. If I would have never left there, I would have been there almost 7 years. So when I left, I was making $19.63 an hour in January of 2020. So from January of 2020 to August of 2022, 2.5 years, a little over 2.5 years. Do you know how much of a raise that place has got? $9 in 2.5 years. And people are complaining that they don't make enough money, which I understand. But there are people like, and I'm not just trying to say it for myself, but there are people that didn't get a raise for 2.5 fucking years that make way less than 1963 and have to support their family. But you make almost $30 an hour and you want to complain that you're not making enough money? Fuck you. Manage your money better then. Because people that are making $15 an hour are figuring it out somehow.
Or people like me with 6 kids that make $21.70 an hour. But here's the thing. They're hiring guys in at $21 an hour right now.
And that's another thing.
I've been there for 23 years. Where's my incentive?
Right. Here's the thing. I put aside my pride a few months ago, and I didn't make this public until I did it until now. You know about it, but I put aside my pride a few months ago, and I reapplied to go back to Toyota. I got denied because I'm not qualified to do the job that I did for 4.5 years. Can you explain that to me?
No.
How can someone do a job for 4.5 years and not be qualified to do it? That they bring in people with no factory experience that can do that job, but someone that did it for 4.5 years isn't qualified. It's not that I'm not qualified. They don't want me to work there. I'm not an ass kisser. And when I see something that's wrong or not right, messed up, I speak up about it, and they don't like that. So it literally made me sick to my stomach when I realized I'd be making almost $30 an hour, and I make almost half of that now. But it's neither here nor there.
I mean, it's enough to burn. I see where it burned your ass this week. I could see where it got you. But I mean, Albert's been telling me the last few days, the last couple of weeks, good things come around to good people, and he has a feeling that it's coming around for you and I. I know he talked to me at length about it, a couple weeks ago, because I'm coming up on Monday. It's supposed to be a decision date for the VA.
Yeah.
But that they have 30 days even after that date to even decide anything. So,
right.
But we're coming up to decisions within the next couple months, and I'm kind of anxious, and it's got me kind of fucked in the head for a while here, because I don't know,
right.
Am I going to have to appeal this? Am I going to have to do this or that? But, I have really good feelings about it. And, congratulations to Albert, by the way, being 100% permanent and total. He doesn't have to worry about the VA reviewing his records anymore and going back. And, and they did that just off of one injury alone. So he's good.
So after I picked up Braxton the other night, yesterday, I was still really pissed off because work pissed me off on top of that, because that's just a whole nother work thing. But I went and picked him up, and we went and ate. I got him food, and then we came home and just listened to music. He finished putting his Lego set together. Which, hang on, I'll get it for you.
If it's not the Titanic or Harry Potter, no, just kidding.
Yeah,
He's been on that for a while, hasn't he?
yeah. Since he's been in football, he don't have time to work on it much. But he finally finished it last night. But we were just sitting here. And he didn't want my help this time at all. And he was putting it all together, and we were listening to music and stuff, and he was just like singing away. I had Prince going, and like just hearing him singing and stuff, I was like, life's not that bad. And after he went home, I was going through my memories on Facebook because last year I was still running across the country and everything, and it was a year ago that I had ran into Granbury, Texas, and I watched that video again, and it was like a 20-minute video. And like I said, I shared it. I don't think I ever went back and watched it. I know I went back and read the comments, but I didn't watch it, I don't think. And just watching that, and like, it definitely put things back into perspective a little, even more. So I know that, doing good does pay off. We both have seen that, and it's just not letting those shitty situations be the forefront of our minds. And it's funny because somebody put it on Facebook yesterday too. Something along the lines of the first thoughts in the morning control your attitude throughout the day or whatever, something like that. And I commented, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I lost that battle today, but I'll be better tomorrow. And
Man, I had all reason for today to be a bad day. All reason for today to be a bad day. And I didn't let it. I woke up about 10 minutes later than normal. So now I'm already behind the 8 ball on my morning routine. Walked out of the house, left my wallet here. As I'm driving to work, the gas light comes on in my car. I'm like, motherfucker, my wallet's at home. So I keep a 20 in my car at all times for situations like that. So I had to bust out the emergency 20.
Yep.
Well, actually, I had 40. I had 40 in the car. So this is a funny story, actually. I go and I pull into the gas station. I'm already running late. And I get in the gas station. There's a line. I mean, there's only like 4 cars at the pump. I mean, there's a line. So I go in there. I grab my coffee, grab my pop, some donuts for on the way to work. Because I'm not going to make another stop. I'm just going to go straight from there to work. I don't have time to stop at my normal spot to get coffee and stuff. So I go in there. There's a line. And this guy's got an armful of stuff. I mean, he's got like 20 items. And I noticed that there wasn't something right about the clerk behind the counter. She moved at this pace here. And was like,
like the
I was
sloth,
like it was worse than a sloth, actually. I mean, it was like, and I'm watching this, and I just know that something's not right. She's not feeling right. Something's wrong, and this woman needs some help. But I was observing, and this guy, he gets all these items scanned, and he goes, "Oh yeah, and I need a pack of cigarettes." Fuck, I'm 2 people behind this guy at this point. I'm just standing there. I can't leave. I need gas. There's not me making it to another gas station where I live. So
right.
She walks back as fast as she could to get cigarettes, and I see her do this. And I swear that I'm not over exaggerating when I say she went like this. And then she paused and looked at that cigarette pack, and she brings her arm back down. She goes, "You want it 100s." And then she had to walk over to the cigarette case and open it up and find the key, open this case up.
Man.
At this point, she's struggling to lock the case back up. A guy walks in that door where the case of cigarettes is that she's working, and he sees her struggling with the lock, and she kind of walks off with that pack of cigarettes. And I was watching this guy out of the corner of my eye because I was like, man, he's got all opportunity to just snatch and go. because she ain't stopping him.
Right.
Wait.
Sir.
Wait. She ain't stopping. At the same time, the guy who ordered cigarettes started wanting scratch off lottery tickets from different parts
hell
of
no.
the
Get
store.
the fuck out of here, dude.
I'm like, so I'm watching this other guy, right? He locks the cabinet and he walks behind the counter. I'm like, oh great, this is good robbery because and he helps the woman to a chair that she had sitting there and sits her down. She puts her head down. He goes over and cashes everybody else out.
Nice.
I happen to know the store manager there, and I texted him and said, hey, what's going on with this? And I said, this guy come in, and I kind of explained what he looked like and everything. And he says, oh, that's her boyfriend. He does work at Speedway, but he just, he wasn't dressed in a Speedway. I said, well, you ought to thank him because he just saved you a bunch of money this morning.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she was sick or what, but she had her head down. She was out. I mean, I almost felt like I needed to call an ambulance at that point.
Right.
But I get my gas and I get on my way to work, and I was there 3 minutes before I had to start, so I was okay. But at that point, I had every reason to have a bad day. I mean, it took that woman 25 minutes to cash out 3 people. So,
jeez.
And I'm like, I'm all right. I was like, I look at the clock and said, hey, it is what it is. I mean, if I'm late, I'm
Very
late.
late. Yeah.
I just put it in my head. I'm not going to let it control the narrative for the day. And I went in and I actually had a fairly decent day at work. So
yeah,
come home late on my acupuncture mat, and I'm about this close to buying a couple bags of ice and just putting it in the tub and doing that 3-minute soak. Just jumping down in and doing the soak. Oh, there's Damien? My TikTok buddy, Damien. So yeah, it became a decent day because of that. I mean, I just took my time. I was in no hurry then after that. And
yeah.
Come home and Missy actually knew what she wanted for dinner. I mean, wow, this is.
She should have went my lottery ticket.
I should have. I mean, it's like 135 million for the Ohio lottery right now. So,
shit.
I mean, it's getting close to where I could live off of it.
Yeah, I could definitely live off of that.
It's just drink straight bougie water for the rest of my life.
Cases, you know what, Fiji?
Cases,
you know what?
Cases.
I want a weekly drop off at my house.
Make it a stop on your route.
Yep. I want the Fiji truck in my driveway.
I think Coca-Cola owns part of that company, so you just call the Coke.
Yeah.
Drop that off.
Don't tell me that. Now I'm not gonna want it.
You have to look it up, I think.
Nope. I don't want to know. I just want to think that it's bougie water from Fiji, okay? Don't tell me.
Water. It still is bougie. I mean, you got to pay for it.
I don't know. It's just been a weird week.
It has. Well, it's not owned by any of the major.
I didn't think it was.
But they make that palm water too, and a couple other things. All right. It may be distributed by, like,
yeah,
you know. DoorDash, I know, get several people before. Because no matter what I do, a lot of me dancing and singing is fine. I know these people work hard and get slammed, and I make it every day. Awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. You know, our buddy Kranz used to say, you know, find that person, you know, just a complete stranger, and look at them and say, hey, I love you. Give them a hug. Go out of your way to make one person feel special that day, or a stranger, just a smile, open a door. So, yeah, You know, in fact, Patrick would tell you, say, look at him and say, "I love you, motherfucker." I do
Yep.
that to guys at work still. I'll be like, I'll walk in, I'm like, "I love you, motherfucker."
Oh, speaking of that, that has nothing to do with what I'm thinking about. But we had a new guy start yesterday, and we should make our own bougie water, Donovan. I like that idea.
That's what it'd be called, bougie
Yes,
water.
absolutely. We had a new guy start yesterday at work, and they brought him out 45 minutes or so after our shift started, and they introduced him and stuff. And we judge every new person that comes in there, but like just look at him like, okay, he'll last 2 weeks, or he'll last whatever, or he'll stay.
That's
You know,
just normal. That's just
yeah,
normal.
nothing against the person at all, but we've worked in factories long enough to know by looking at someone how long they're going to last within reason. And um, he he's got one of those voices that you can hear clear across the fucking factory. And I was like, I'm not a morning person. And I'm like, all right, man, this guy's got a. You're at like an 8, bud. I need you to bring it down to like a 5, please. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything to him, but I'm like, well, I put my earbuds in. And I was like, I just got to work, and I was already in a bad mood because of whatever happened, the night before, because the whole wage thing, and I had the look on my face, not like I was in a bad mood, but I was like that don't talk to me face, and after last break was over, I came back 2 or 3 minutes early to get ready to start working again, and he's like, "What'd you say your name was?" And I was like, "Kyle," and he stuck his hand out for me to shake his hand. He goes, "My name's Steve." I was like, "Right on, man. Nice to meet you." And like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm having a rough day, but I'll be all right." And he's like, he looked at me dead serious. He's like, he had a chain cross necklace on. He goes, "Do you believe in Jesus?" I was like, "Oh boy." I was like, I was not, of all the questions I was expected to get asked today, that wasn't one of them. I was like, "Yeah, I do." And he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm a soldier for Jesus. I go and get my soul filled up." And I'm like, "Right on, nothing wrong with that. That's what you like. That's what you like. That's what you're into." He's like, "You know anything about Jesus?" And I was like, "Well, just so happens that I was raised in a private school and a Christian home my entire life, so I know a thing or two about a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two." And he was like, just rattling off shit, and I was like, "Look, friend, look, Steve." I was like, "No offense, but not trying to be rude, but I gotta get to work, and I don't care that you talk to me about this, but you might want to be careful because if you say it to the wrong person, they can go up front and you can get in trouble." He's like, "We're talking about Jesus?" And I was like, "Yes, we're talking about Jesus." And he was like, "Okay, I'll be careful." I was like, just keeping an eye out for you, man." He didn't come back today.
So we get new guys in. Well, now they are hiring like crazy. I mean, it's like a revolving door in this place. We start asking, how many felonies do you have? That's
Yeah.
you can pick them out. Well,
Yep.
I am the gripey old man who does not talk to any new guy until they're there for at least a month and a half.
Yes. I don't know
Because
I
if
don't
you
know
don't
their
make it that
names.
first month and a half, I don't know who you are. I don't care about your story. Don't freaking talk to me unless they hire another veteran, which Jake, my boss, is pretty good about saying, "Hey, we got a new veteran coming in," because I become it's kind of
Right.
an unwritten rule at work that I'm a veteran liaison through the shop. So,
I
but
like
I am the
Donovan's
guy.
comment.
I am the guy who goes through and will unhook their air hose or turn their air down just enough that their grinder runs funny, and they're trying for a half hour to figure out what's wrong with it.
Yep.
And I sit across from them. I'll stand across from them eating a donut and laughing the whole time. Or
Yep.
I'll go by and I'll plug their fan just enough that it doesn't run right. And they're like, "Oh, this fan's not running right." Or if they pissed me off I will fill their air hose full of water, shut it off so that when they turn it back on and turn their grinder on, they get soaked.
Yep.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, I am the I am the gripey old man of the shop right now. We had another Marine start a couple weeks ago, and I went into the boss's office and said he won't make it. I said, yeah, he was motor T. And
Yeah.
he drove around a Colonel all day. He won't make it.
Yep.
I said, he will not make it. And so far he's not making it. I tried to help him. I've talked to him and I've tried to help him, but I have no patience anymore for new people.
Yep.
My normal greeting
they
to most people at work is this. I just walk in the shop and there's certain people
I don't even make eye contact with anybody anymore. I get there and I start my work and I just go. And that's another thing that really irritated me too yesterday. I've been doing a different process for about a week and a half. Not new, but it's a different process. Instead of putting parts on the line, I take parts off the line. So me and we just switch spots. Because the girl that I work with, she would rather load the line than unload it because it hurts her back. It hurts my back, my lower back, to load it. So it's a mutual thing. We just switched. And they brought the new kid out and they were like, well, Amy's going to teach him how to scan. And I'm like, well, I guess that means I'm not scanning today, so I'll go fucking throw my back out too. On top of that, I'll end up like Tom.
Dude, it was bad this week too. Oh my god, my back has not hurt this bad in a long time, and it's because of Toyota trucks. The damn 1983 model of Toyota truck that they brought in that has no suspension underneath the seat. It's just on top of the motor.
Yep.
It's like a freaking
Why don't
oven.
they buy a new one?
Because we got this from when we closed the other Ford shop. So it's just like, oh, why don't we buy anything? Because we got $18 million invested in a new hammer.
Yeah.
They don't buy anything. We can't even get skids half the time. Yes, I'm griping about work, but we get back to training somebody.
Yep.
They had me train a guy. We went to a safety meeting and came back. This is an hour and a half into the shift. Where'd your guy go? I don't know. He never showed back.
Bathroom monster got him.
Yeah. He didn't even ask for the bathroom because that doesn't work in our shop. It's right in the area. It's right there. You can't walk out. There's no escape.
After that kid did that and stuff, at the end of the day, I walked into the office and I looked at my boss. I was like, hey, new guy was out there preaching to me today. He's like, preaching at you? I'm like, yeah. I was like, about what? I was like, about Jesus, like legit preaching at me. He's like, oh yeah? I was like, I'm not telling you this to get him in trouble. I don't care. I just thought it was funny. He goes, are you going to go to church with him then? I'm like, nope. He's like, where is his church at? You didn't ask? I'm like, no. He's like, well, it's probably in his backyard in a pop-up tent he bought at Walmart. Like, probably.
Oh. Hey, we get to go see drag racing next week.
Yeah.
Like, from a different perspective than anybody gets to see drag racing.
Yes. I haven't been to them in a long time. My dad used to take me every year, but it was a long time ago.
I have my headphones ready to go. My earmuffs.
Yep.
So that I don't blow my eardrums out. Hey, look, it's Jade.
Oh, hi, Jade.
Hi, Jade. When are we going to do a Crossroads show, Jade?
Yeah, Jade.
Inquiring minds want to know.
We miss being the only show, or we hate being the only show on the network.
Oh, we're just going to claim the network. We peed on it, so it's ours.
Yeah, that's true. We marked our territory.
Ooh, I just thought of a slogan for our bougie water.
Yeah.
Smart water doesn't make you smart, but bougie water does make you bougie.
Bougie water makes you bougie. You like my shirt I'm wearing for tonight?
I love it. My son was trashing Metallica again this evening.
Well, you should disown him and just take me as your son.
Just saying how everything sounds the same because I had him on Korn tonight about how predictable Korn's music is.
Yes,
What do you
it
mean?
sounds like they have a microphone up by Cartman's ass when he's taking a shit.
Okay.
Korn sounds like garbage.
No, okay. Here's what I can say about Korn, because I did like the self-titled album and the second album. But I listened to the whole first album on the way home today. And it was predictable that they were going to come out really hard. I mean, they had great riffs, great, beat riffs, everything, until they got that bullshit. But anyways, it was predictable to the point. Okay, they're going to come out hard, and as soon as he was ready to sing, it slowed down to a crawl.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that energy. You come out with this great energy that you just want to, yeah. And then all of a sudden it was like real slow. I was like, and I used to like Korn a lot. I don't hate them. I
do.
Hey, look, Kayla's on. What's up, Kayla?
What's up, Rob? Kayla?
Rob and Kayla.
Marcus, thanks for stopping by, man.
She called us nerds.
Nerd.
Thanks, Marcus, for showing up. And
nerds.
Speaking
of beard stuff, I had.
Did you get your package?
I did. I had a mail call yesterday.
Mail call. Nice. I need that brush. I need that brush.
I love it. It's got the long bristles, but it's got the short ones too. Can't see it. It's awesome. And I'm wearing my new hat too.
Kayla, you missed a couple good rants too.
You have to go back and watch it because we can't do it again.
Yeah, no. I was fired up enough. I mean, I got it. I mean, oh. Get me talking. See, I don't like
Korn because it sounds like shit. You cannot tell me Korn sounds good. You will never convince me that Korn sounds good ever. Not their old stuff, not their new stuff.
Have you seen the TikToks with the Korn song, with the kid with the corn? What's there not to like? It's got the juices.
No.
Missy hates that sound, and everybody's been sending her videos with that sound in it. So I've been finding it too. And she said something yesterday. I said, Korn, what's there not to like? It's got the juices.
Yeah.
See, and earlier rants is why we don't talk politics, because
So here's I've seen Korn probably a dozen times, probably 10 times at least. And they are the only concert I've ever been to that I've left before they're done. I'm like, I'm okay until he brings that stupid fucking bagpipe out that sounds like ass. I'm done. I can't do it.
See, but Shoots and Ladders was the song that got me hooked in the first place.
That sounds.
But then I found, okay, Blind is not bad. Blind and Predictive is not bad.
I don't like their main sound, and I cannot stand the sound of their bass player. Like, I don't know why, but it literally sounds like nails on a chalkboard to me when I hear their bass player. Any of the bass notes, I don't know why it just sends a shrill through my body. I don't know what a yuck is, but I don't like it.
And since Brendan's been picking on Metallica, I've been picking on Slipknot just a little bit here and there. But yeah, I do like Slipknot, but it's not my first band to go to. I'm actually gonna go back to, of course, a whole different genre, but you're just uncultured.
I'm just you shut your mouth, Donovan.
No, I was jamming to Pennywise, NoFX, Rancid, and some Goldfinger today on the way home. I was in some
Goldfinger the other Monday. I think it was Monday.
I was in some good, feel good music. I mean, Goldfinger could tell you to fuck off, but make you feel good about it.
Right.
Yeah. Dean, what's your favorite song? Everyone Else is a what? You come over here and tell us.
No, I don't know.
That song, Everyone Else is a what?
I can't even say it because it's a cuss word.
I can't say it because it's a cuss.
Everyone else is an asshole. Everyone's an asshole. Everyone else is an asshole. I love that song.
What was I listening to today?
Well, the song is very true, though.
Dean says the song is very true.
He's not wrong.
What was I jamming to on the way home that I was like, Oh my goodness. Oh, Pennywise Bro Hymn. For some reason, I hardly ever listen to that song the whole way through, but man, it just hit. And then I was in the shower and I was listening to some country music, just, calming down. And I come out.
I'm carrying your love with me.
That one didn't come on, but it was, there
Sorry.
was some George Strait. But I come out and Jelly Rolls, somebody saved me.
Mhm.
And for some reason, that song hit me hard tonight. I almost broke down and I was all over the place, emotional.
What day was that? I think it was.
You seen Albert got to meet Jelly Roll and talk to him.
That was really cool. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of his music, but I think that was really, really cool that he got to do that. I was listening to Sabaton yesterday. No, today. It was today. Sabaton's they're a fun band to listen to.
Dude, Offspring, Bad Habit is my driving song. You stupid dumb shit, goddamn motherfucker. I listened to Shimmy. That's what it was. I was listening to Shimmy. I thought of you. I was listening to Shimmy.
That I heard that song for the first time on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
I think that's when Goldfinger did Superman.
It is. Mm-hmm.
That was
it's funny because
Pro Skater 2.
No, it's 3 because I just bought the remake of it a couple weeks ago. 3 and 4 or 2. No, I take that back. 1 and 2. You're right. It was 2. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. It was 1 and 2, the remake, and I was listening because they have the old playlist and they added some new ones to it. But yes, it was on Nintendo 64. Yes, it was so awesome.
Goldfinger
Braxton was like, "What is this?"
Shimmy, the whole set list on there was just that's what I listened to. I mean, Brendan, I like to kill Brendan because he hates ska music, and I'll put on Real Big Fish and just Sell Out or Beer Song from him. I mean, he hates Real Big.
I have to be in the mood for ska.
Listen, if you're in a bad mood and you're in a pissed off mood and you're in a bad mood and you need to calm down, just put on some ska. They'll make you feel good about yourself, but they're pissed off too.
Here I go again, doing everything I can, holding on to what I am. Na, 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 na.
Hey,
I'm trying to be
Goldfinger and the Knife. I had you listen to it.
I listen to the album all the time now. I'm not even gonna lie.
That is a great
album. 96 Quite Better Beings. Yes, Kayla.
Yes. Then I listened to
Power Man 5000.
Yeah,
was on there too. Sorry.
Then today I listened to the whole Hysteria album from Def Leppard.
I don't hate them.
It was nostalgic. I mean, I was like Dean's age when it came out.
I was gonna say,
I am old. I mean,
you are.
Got a birthday next week. All kinds of shit.
I've got Braxton listening to CCR now.
That is when I am smoking meat. I sit on the back porch and CCR is playing and life is good. PBR in hand,
Oh. It was on my suggested the other day. Have you ever seen The Rain? And I clicked on it and I didn't even I was just doing something in the room. I wasn't even watching it. And he's like, that song sounded kind of cool. Can you play it again? I'm like, yes, I can.
Do you know what that song is about?
A girl?
No. It's about the band breaking up.
What is it? It has to start somewhere. It has to start sometime. What better place than here? What better time than now? I'm actually going to download that on my Pandora so I can listen to it at work tomorrow. CCR is great. I don't disagree. I cannot put.
I have to be in the mood. I have to be in the mood for Fortunate Son, though. There's a reason because when I was on float and anywhere we pulled into port, it seemed like that's the only freaking American song you could find on a jukebox. Was and they played it on loop when you were in the bars. Like, oh, come on, man. It was cool the
Iron Man
first
5000.
1,000 times I heard it.
Now this is what it's like when worlds collide.
Even if I did join band, I'd probably play like one of
1999.
the instruments.
You want to play a brass instrument?
But I didn't join band because I wasn't interested.
Nirvana can suck a dick.
No,
Nirvana,
no.
Nirvana
Okay.
is worse than Korn.
No, I'll take Nirvana over Korn. Nirvana was a big part of high school for me. So
Well, then your high
That-
school sucked.
that whole Seattle grunge was a big part of high school. I mean, a lot of Pearl Jam. A lot of Pearl Jam.
It's not fair. I don't feel like we got the music like they did when they were burning rice paddies. Damien, that's awesome. You rocked the recorder. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Is that a
Iron Man
butt
5000
trumpet?
is on my list.
Jade, is that a butt trumpet?
Sublime is good. I like
Sublime. I mean, that was a big part of the early part of the Marine Corps for me. It was a lot of Sublime, but I don't know because I got into that.
Hot cross
I've
buns.
always been a big hip hop fan. I mean, I should say rap. I'm not like I don't want to say early stuff.
When it was
I wanna-
rap.
When it was rap, when it was the NWA, it was Pac, Biggie. When they were always feuding back and forth, diss track after diss track, followed all that. But I grew up with it. I lived in the city. I grew up with it. And then kind of evolved into the metal right around 9-10 years old. So
Back in the 80s.
back in the 80s, I mean, you know, I was 13 when Metallica released their first video.
I was not.
When One was their first video and they played it, I was all over it. I was in that.
Especially for the time, that was such a good video. I mean, that song never gets old anyways, but
That's
that video was
when
really cool.
I don't know. I can't listen to it all the way through anymore.
I can.
I get bored with it because I listen to it so much. But
Right.
like Injustice for All, Harvester of Sorrow, I can listen to them all day long. I mean, that's that album from song 1 to 1.
It's
Solid.
Man, like
Solid. Most
it's such
solid.
like I think it's one of their best albums. I really do.
It is their best album.
When they played To Live Is to Die, the first time I heard To Live Is to Die, I was like, what planet am I on? This is amazing. Because they started out with the acoustic stuff, and then they went into the heavy shit. I'm like, what is this?
Donovan's killing me.
That's awesome. And Master Puppets, like you can't like. I was having a discussion with a guy at work the other day about the whole Stranger Things Master Puppets Metallica thing. I don't hate it at all. I thought it was not the only. I think that was the best part of that season. For Stranger Things, and I like how it's getting new people to listen to Metallica. I personally think they should have played a different song. They could have chosen like 3 different songs in that time period that would have worked. I don't think Master Puppets was their best choice for that.
I don't know, man. Opening riffs.
Trapped Under Ice would have been way better because they were trapped in the upside down.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, it wasn't a bad song. Don't get me wrong, because Master Puppets is amazing.
But that was the song at that time. That was the hot rock song at that time. That was the hot metal song.
Ride the Lightning was still on really high on the charts as well. But anything off of Even like another song off of Master of Puppets would have been great.
Seek and Destroy. That would have been
Right? Yeah. I mean, the Four Horsemen wouldn't have been a bad choice. Hit the Lights wouldn't have been a bad choice. But that's just like one of those things you can just like take that scene and just put your own whatever song you want over top of it.
Mm-hmm. I think they killed it with the way they set it up, though.
It was good. Yes. I do agree. I don't think it was the best season though.
No, it was too long.
It was, to me, there was so much extra shit in there that did not need to be in there. They spent way too much time in Russia. I don't know why they had to be in Russia.
I got a movie for you to watch. They had to be in Russia. They couldn't get out.
It didn't need to be in Russia. It could have been like, so they were in Indiana, California, Alaska, and Russia. It could have been like California, Indiana.
I mean, like she just packed up and left her kids and didn't even say, "Hey, I'm going to get
Peace.
Hopper."
Well, it's the 80s. They did that shit in the 80s.
Like they had no contact with those kids for like 4 days or a month or whatever. Oh yeah, and then you
why can No Leaf Clover suck your balls, Rob? I need to know why you're dissing No Leaf Clover, my friend. I got to hear it live. Why? With the symphony.
Oh, I got a movie for you to watch.
What?
The Package.
It sounds like a porno.
No, honestly, God, it's got the kid that plays Argyle, the pizza dude.
Oh yeah,
is the main character in it, and he cuts his penis off with a butterfly.
Oh, you told me about this.
You need to watch it.
Did you watch the House of Dragons Sunday?
No, I don't. I haven't even watched Game of Thrones.
Who are you? How are you my best friend?
It just doesn't.
I'm trading you in. I'm trading you in.
Here's the thing: I didn't have HBO forever.
Donovan, I would have to agree. I guess I gotta hate you now. It's been a good run. It just wasn't your era of Metallica. What do you mean your era of Metallica? There is only Metallica. There's not era of Metallica.
No,
you shut your mouth. Your opinion doesn't matter.
After the Black album,
no band, past or present, can do what they did.
After the Black album, it sucked.
No, it didn't.
Load and Reload were trash.
It's not Ride the Lightning. It's not Kill 'Em All. No, but they had to change, or they would have never made it. They would have died out right after
Pantera
Justice
changed?
for All. He died, and actually, yes. If you go back to before they were Pantera, yes, they changed.
How about that lineup they have for
to get
Pantera
better.
now for this tour?
I wish they wouldn't call it that.
I see them making a band after this tour.
There's no one that could take Dime's spot besides Zakk Wylde, but Phil cannot sing anymore.
No, Phil can't. Cemetery Gates was his.
The Black album was amazing. What do you mean it can disappear?
After the Black album, Load and Reload could have not ever came out, and I would have been happy.
One of my favorite songs is on, I think it's on Load.
I stood in line at midnight for Load and was disappointed.
I don't even hate Sam Angry. It is definitely my least favorite, but I don't hate it.
You know what his favorite song is? Is Miley Cyrus singing Nothing Else Matters.
Oh, God. Like, I would never hit a woman, but like when I heard that, I was like, I might make an exception. I'm just kidding. I would never hit a woman, but like it was horrible. Like the TikTok I sent you the other day of the big redheaded guy singing Queen was better than Miley Cyrus singing Nothing Else Matters.
Dude, I want my life. I want those 3 minutes of my life back. That big redheaded motherfucker singing Queen. Trust me. I want the 3 minutes. You owe me 3 minutes next Friday.
Is what a thing, Donovan. Don't ask about that song because you do not want to hear it. Like she can sing sometimes. If sometimes she can sing.
Google it.
Okay. Two of the worst performances I've ever heard in my life was when Puddle of Mud covered that Nirvana song 2 years ago, and Miley Cyrus singing "Nothing Else Matters" on a produced album, not like a live time and she sounded bad. No, this is a produced track that people were like, "Oh, she sounds good. We should make this on the album," because the Black Album celebrated the 30-year anniversary last year. So they had like 50 people covered the Black Album. And it was like "Nothing Else Matters" is my favorite song of all time. And I'm very judgmental when people cover it. And I'm like, okay, when she started, it sounded like a dude singing it. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like Miley Cyrus at all. It's so bad. It is.
Go listen to it, Donovan.
Like, I don't like when Lady Gaga sang with Metallica, and it was better than that.
In fact, when I pick Donovan up next week, I'm going to make him listen to it.
I don't like Post Malone, so I'm not going to listen to that. It's on the.
I really don't like Puddle of Mud at all.
I liked him. Hang on, Dom. I'll tell you what it's on, because they made like a. It's called the Metallica Blacklist. There's 53 songs on it. So they had different people covered every song on the Black Album. And 98% of them are garbage. I'm honestly shocked that Metallica would even put this out. Because it came out,
Rob, it is atrocious.
I listened to it when I was on the run last year. I was like, this is gonna be awesome. There's gonna be like, Corey Taylor. Corey Taylor did a song. Hashtag me too. Oh my god.
I'll me too you. Hey, there's a ring with a tattoo shop here, but it ain't going on my taint, fuckers.
Pussy, no balls.
No, I felt what it's like to have that burn. I
It'll
hated
go
life.
away.
I hated life for like 3 days, dude. If I even got hard, that fucker hurt.
Well, then don't get hard. Let's change the subject. Let's change the subject.
I have no qualms about telling you about my bodily problems.
Oh, I know. What's going on?
My dragon toes.
Oh. Some more good news yesterday. I don't have a nasty, fat, fucking lazy, dirty ass roommate no more.
Oh, Piss Bottles is gone.
He's gone.
You gotta clean that room up, disinfect it, and put Braxton in there?
No, Justin's going in there. Braxton will be in here. I'm moving my computer in my room.
Nobody complaining the internet's down for the whole weekend? Yeah, I gotta get on.
Oh my god, I gotta go talk to him. I'm not kidding. A grown ass man that's almost 40 years old freaked out because he couldn't talk to his friends online because the electricity was out. And yes, Piss Bottles was his nickname because he would literally piss in water bottles and leave them on his desk because he was too lazy to go 12 feet. I measured it from his computer chair where he lived to the toilet was 12 feet. Could not go to the bathroom.
Mom, hot pocket, mom.
Bathroom.
Cow.
So I get home yesterday and I had Braxton. Yes. He is very much so. I came home with Braxton yesterday and we were in my room. We were going to set up his Lego stuff. And he's like, hey, man, my dad's going to be here in a few minutes with a flatbed trailer. Can you move your car so he can back into the driveway? I'm like, move your fucking car out of the driveway and let him park there. Sure. I'll go move my car so you can get your shit out. I go outside and I'm like, I didn't pull the trash can back. Trash went yesterday and I looked in the trash. The trash can's full that I know I pushed to the road. And he was like, oh yeah, I had like 4 bags that were on the ground and the trash guy said that there's a new policy. I'm like, dude, there's not a new policy. They don't take trash unless it's in the trash can. It's always been like that. If you don't have 40 bags of trash in your room that I told you to take out months ago,
20 of those were piss bottles.
At least. I'm not kidding, Damien. This guy is one of my good friends. But once he lived with me I seen that side of him. No, I was
Can't
trying
look
to
at
do a
him
good
the
thing and help
same.
him out. No, I was trying to help him out. He went through a divorce,
He
needed a
put
place to stay.
his foot went through the floor at one point.
The first day he was here.
Set the tone.
Anyways.
As long as your dog.
Oh, I
pays.
did measure. So I don't even know. Like, I didn't go in his room because that was his room. He had gotten some mail one day and he wasn't here, and I was like, I'll go sit it on his desk. And I went in his room, sat it on his desk, and I looked at there's trash everywhere. And I was like, what is in that bottle? That looks weird. Maybe it's like one of those, puts the little shit and mix it up. And you make your own drink or whatever. Because I didn't
Did
know.
you sip it?
I did not in my brain think that a grown man would pee in a bottle and not throw it away. So I'm like, what is that? And I open it up, and I can't smell. That ammonia about fucking killed me. I'm like,
Guess who gets a picture 10 minutes later? Me. I goes, that piss?
there was not one, not two. There were 7 fucking bottles on his desk.
Salty lemon. Donovan's on fire tonight. Salty lemon.
Like, what? Like, and he has 2 kids, 2 boys that he would not let out of his room because they was afraid they were gonna break something or hurt themselves. So I'm like, there's nothing. I put my guns away. My guitars aren't even on the wall anymore for them to break. I'm like, there's nothing they can do, and they're kids. I expect them to get into shit. I'm like, you're gonna piss in a bottle and leave it on their desk for your kids to possibly drink? And you can and he complains about having his kids 48 hours a week. You know what I would do to have Braxton 48 hours a week?
Backflips and blow.
Not complain. Not fucking complain. So, like, I will still help people out. I will never have another roommate after me and Justin. Me and Justin are cool. I've known Justin for 30 years. He cleans up after himself. He does shit that he doesn't need to do necessarily. But
Oh,
that's
well, brother,
my other rant.
Well, brother, I have to go get Brendan from work in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
You have any final thoughts?
Yes, I got a list. If you need to pee, go to the bathroom. Don't put it in a bottle. If you do have to pee in a bottle, throw it away. Don't leave it on your desk for months, weeks.
It's a science experiment.
If you're driving and you can't stop, okay. But then you throw it away at the gas station or wherever your next stop is. You don't leave it there for weeks. The bottle was swelled. I should have. Yeah. Anyways, no. Don't let the negative shit that pops in your mind first thing in the morning control your day.
Exactly.
Because it will get better.
I proved it today. I had every reason to have a bad day. But my final thoughts are, well, shit. Remember, the internet's all smoke and mirrors. Andrew Tate will prove that. That's a subject for next week.
Yeah, fuck.
That guy is something else, man.
I like him. I don't care.
He is the epitome of toxic masculinity at its peak. But we'll get into that subject next week. I'm sure we're not going to agree on a lot of it. So, Andrew Tate. See, all you have to do is get that one female.
Kayla's not gonna like him. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but I mean, yeah, we'll get into that next week. Maybe we'll do a show on Tuesday, Wednesday, since Thursday. I have a football game Thursday, and traveling Friday.
Yeah, let me know when you're leaving, where I need to be, and all that good stuff.
Yep,
We'll talk.
We'll talk about it, and I want you guys to go into the weekend with a positive mindset, be happy, kind to others, throat punching only when you have to. So much love to everybody. Peace out for this week.
Oh shit! I should get ready, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you should have been ready. Like I was like trying to finish the show, and here's I'm just listening. Have you seen that guy on TikTok?
Yes.
Missy goes,
Captain Knife Man.
Missy goes, I can't even do that. I said, well, you got to practice like you're going down on someone.
Right.
She goes, well, I don't do that, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, we're fucked up. We love you guys. We'll see you next week.
Guys, see you next week.
You are no longer black or brown or yellow or red. You are now green. You are light green or dark green. Do you understand?
It's that full metal cran-eating creature in the sand, creeping, keeping every man, woman, child in our land, sleeping peacefully and shatter any enemy they come across. You messing with America, then you must really wanna lost something soft. It's not of pertinence or interest. Gladly sacrifice themselves so you don't have to witness the cost of what your freedom is, and they gain it in inches. So long story short, don't end up on the shit.
It's that full metal cran eaters, 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 full metal cran eaters.
You're easily offended, then you legally should exit. There's no decency on this frequency. Our method is bringing prime time entertainment to the veterans, and those of you who know the truth is what they have protected. Shout out to Tommy Roddick and the baby Jesus, run it up. Saving 22 by the day, homie, buddy up. Sit back and relax while the dude speaks some facts. While you're here, have a snack of some
color-coded wax. It's that full metal cran eaters, 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 full metal cran eaters.